Hello guys, welcome back to the show, the Food Dude here. Today I have a topic that I can't believe I'm going to talk about this because it's 2010 and it's still relevant. And the problem is that this myth has been, perpetuated by many people, and I have heard a lot about it even in, natural medicine circles. People still believe that saturated fat is bad for you. So I'm going to try to clear that up. I'm going to start by talking about oils and what kind of oils you should be adding in your food, what kind of stuff you should be avoiding. For example, a common question is, are vegetable oils good for you? My answer to that would be no. You shouldn't cook with vegetable oils. You should avoid them as much as you can. Because the reason is that when they extract the oil from whatever it is, sunflower, corn, soy, sesame, and stuff like that, they use heat to extract the oil. And when you apply heat to any oil, what's going to happen is that it's going to release a lot of free radicals. It's going to go rancid, all right, and it's going to turn into something that you shouldn't be eating at all. And the other hand, we have the saturated fats, which have been demonized and stigmatized for decades now, because they have been linked, or so they claim, to heart disease and high cholesterol and stuff like that. Well, let's go one thing at a time. Saturated fats such as butter, coconut oil, the eggs, for example, stuff you find in the full milk, and cheese and yogurt and all that. That fat has been used for thousands and thousands of years by humans. Our ancestors used to eat a lot of butter, a lot of lard, a lot of milk, without any kind of light trim scheme or anything like that. And they never had a problem with it. So it's just recent, that people start making the link between saturated fat and cholesterol. And that's not true either. So the good thing about saturated fat, and one reason I'm always talking about coconut oil, for example, saturated fat is solid at room temperature. For example, butter and coconut oil, and that's the only two things that I use to cook when I do cook, because I try to eat raw food as much as I can. But when I do cook, I try to do it with coconut oil or butter. And why do I do that? Since it's a saturated fat, it's more resistant to heat. As opposed to polyunsaturated fats, the vegetable oils, that they go rancid really quickly if you apply heat to them. Saturated fat, such as coconut oil and butter, they won't go rancid when you heat them up. So they're really, really good thing to cook in. If you're going to make some eggs or something like that, just use the coconut oil or butter. That's my recommendation. And then the next myth is that, is saturated fat going to increase my cholesterol? And is my cholesterol gonna give me a heart attack? No. This is a really, really, really crazy idea that, has also been perpetuated. It's really weird to me that, there's not more people talking about this right now. When you think about it, the human body is a self-healing machine. It's an intelligent organism. Your body is always trying to move towards health. Alright, it's always trying to make you feel good. It's always trying to heal itself. The problem is that, we never give the body time or the resources for the body to do that. Alright, we eat crap food 3 times a day. We're in contact with a lot of toxins. If you live in the, Western and modernized society in a city, you're probably in contact with a lot of toxins, and we don't realize it. But for example, if you live in a city, and say in the United States, in Australia, for example, all the water has chlorine and fluoride in many cases. In Australia, unfortunately, it's a chlorine and fluoride and a lot of stuff. But let's just focus chlorine. When you drink water with chlorine is going to cause problems in your circulatory system. For example, it's going to cause irritation and it's going to cause damage to it. Cholesterol is produced by your liver to aid, to heal the damage. Cholesterol is an antioxidant, it's an anti-inflammatory, it's a precursor of many, many, many hormones such as testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, DHEA, and cortisol, for example, as well. And we can't live without cholesterol. Also, to make new cells, you need cholesterol because all the cell walls are made of cholesterol as well. So cholesterol is a really important thing, and it's really, really stupid that we have claimed that, we have the good cholesterol and the bad cholesterol. The good cholesterol being the HDL and the bad cholesterol being the LDL. First of all, there is no bad cholesterol. Okay, your body is not gonna produce something that is bad for itself. That's stupid. The evolution doesn't work like that. Nature doesn't work like that. We don't evolve by producing substances that give us a disease. And second of all, LDL, HDL, their names are low density lipoprotein and high density lipoprotein. I say protein, so they're not even cholesterols. It's just this debate between good and bad cholesterol is just a marketing effort. It's just to try to push pills into people. So we have to be careful with that. Cholesterol is also really important because it will help you to produce vitamin D on your skin. Cholesterol makes those fat-soluble vitamins to be able to flow through your bloodstream and get to all the cells that they need vitamins. For example, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K. They're all fat-soluble vitamins, and they need cholesterol to be distributed in your body. Also, your brain it has a lot of cholesterol in it. So one of the side effects of these nasty drugs that we have been used for lower cholesterol, the statin drugs, are not only muscle pains and muscle cramps, rhabdomyolysis, in which your muscles turn into liquid, which you can expect something really bad. They also have problems with memory loss, concentration, and stuff like that. And this is because your brain has such a high concentration of cholesterol. But if you go ahead and tell your body, you know what, buddy, I don't think you are producing the right amount of cholesterol. I think you're producing too much, so I'm going to make it lower with this pill. All right? Number one, your body knows what it's doing. Believe me, if the amount you have of cholesterol right now is probably the amount you need, unless you're taking cholesterol suppressing drugs. For example, they asked me, can you have too low cholesterol? Well, the answer to that is if you're taking cholesterol lowering drugs, then yes, you have too low cholesterol because you're not letting your body produce as much cholesterol as your body thinks, as your body calculates it needs. So because we have come also with these numbers that we like so much, a few years ago it was 260 was normal, then it was 240, then it has to be below 200, the total cholesterol, for you to be healthy. And we're trying to put all humans in a box. We're trying to say this number is good for everyone. It's like saying what shoe size is the right one for everyone. You can't say that. Everyone is different. And as I say, we're in contact with so many toxins, in the air, in the water, in the stuff we eat, in the stuff we breathe. For example, people who spray air fresheners in their house, just putting one poison on top of another poison, thinking that that's a good idea. Your body has to deal with all that. Your body, especially your liver and your kidneys, they have to detoxify all that crap. And all these toxins cause irritation, inflammation, and this is when cholesterol has to go, soothe the damage, repair the damage, and if the damage gets controlled, then the cholesterol will just go away naturally. If you start eating, good quality food, living food, organic stuff like that, your cholesterol will go down for the right reasons. Your body is really a healing machine. It's really a genius inside you. So you better let your body do its thing. If you go, with the ads and the TV marketing and all that, you're led to believe that your liver is producing cholesterol for the sole purpose of giving you a heart attack. Okay, just think about how stupid that sounds. That's not true. You have to be careful with that. If you want to take a blood test to see how healthy you are in your lipid panel, you have to go a little bit more on LDL, HDL, and total cholesterol. You have to check reactive inflammatory markers, for example, C-reactive protein or homocysteine. If those two are high, you're going to have a lot of problems. So if you want to take a look at numbers, you have to take a whole look, not just cholesterol, but other inflammatory markers. So cholesterol is there to help you, produce hormones and to synthesize vitamins. And we need to be careful. If you're taking a statin drug, at least make sure that you're taking also CoQ10, coenzyme Q10, or ubiquinone, which is a really important antioxidant. And many doctors fail to tell their patients, that if they go into statin drugs, they've had to take this CoQ10 as well. Alright guys, well I hope this was a little bit of good information for you. There's a lot of misconceptions. Let's stop this myth that that saturated fat are bad and cholesterol is killing you. No. Margarine is bad for you, free radicals are bad for you, toxins, highly inflammatory foods are bad for you, and cholesterol is your friend. Okay guys? Well, see you later, subscribe and stay tuned. This is LifeMatter.ws. My name is Carlos Salazar. Bye bye.